everyone, for today's video I'm going to be doing a back to virtual school makeup tutorial. The products I'm going to be using in today's video are all going to be affordable products. You can find all of these products at the drugstore, and I also made sure to only pick out products from cruelty-free brands. I am currently not cruelty-free. I have a lot of brands in my collection that are not cruelty-free, and I have noticed how many brands actually aren't cruelty-free more so recently. For example, I do have NARS and MAC in my collection. However, I had no idea that Physicians Formula wasn't cruelty-free, and I feel like that was a bit of a surprise to me. Moving forward, I do want to be more mindful of making sure I'm including more cruelty-free brands on my channel. However, we do have to remember, just like sustainable shopping, being able to shop cruelty-free is a privilege. Unfortunately, a lot of the brands that are sold in the drugstore and marked as more affordable are not cruelty-free, and that makes it so a large percentage of our population doesn't have access to cruelty-free makeup. So at the end of the day, it is more of a privilege to be shopping for cruelty-free products. So yeah, for today's video, I am going to be able to complete this look using affordable products that are cruelty-free, but I do want you guys to remember that being able to shop cruelty-free is a privilege. I personally would like to be more mindful of including cruelty-free brands onto my channel, but I recognize that might not be easy for many of you guys, so I do still want to be able to feature a wide variety of brands on my channel that are more accessible to everybody. Anyway though, let's just get started into today's video. I'm going to be skipping foundation. My skin is nicely prepped with my skincare, and I'm going straight in with my concealer. Today I'm using the Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer, and this is in the shade 135 Medium Beige. I did have a little bit of under eye concealer on at the beginning of this video because I wanted to make sure that this concealer still matched me. It is a little bit light. I probably would go like one shade up, but it will definitely still work for me after I apply like my bronzer and stuff and all my cheek products. I am just applying the concealer to wherever I need it. Just pretty much all of these areas right here. Gotta get my mustache. Because this is like a back to school makeup look, I do want to be able to apply my makeup fast, you know, get ready quickly in the morning. And for me, being able to use a foundation brush to blend out my concealer is what is going to be the fastest application for me. So I just make sure that it gets spread all over my skin. And then for areas around my nose and underneath my eyes, I do like to go in with a sponge just because those areas specifically, I do not want there to be an excess amount of product due to creasing and just oil production. I would rather the sponge pick up just a little bit more of the excess product around these areas. So that's why I go in with a sponge, and also I really like these areas to be a little bit more dewy, and the sponge kind of does that for me. This concealer is awesome though. It is long wearing. It has really, really nice coverage. No scent to it, which is good. That concealer covered up my massive pimple right here pretty well too. It was like bruising almost. It was one of those like super duper painful pimples. I'm going to start working on my eyebrows. I'm using my NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This is a pretty big favorite of mine. I'm curious to know how many of you guys are back to school like in person, or how many of you guys are doing virtual school. I personally have been out of school since December. I graduated college, so I'm finished completely. I don't really have intentions of ever going back to school unless maybe there's something new that I find an interest in and I want to become certified in. But yeah, I am thinking a lot about what I would do in this situation if I still was in school. I'm really, really fortunate to not have to worry about that right now. I probably would opt for virtual learning. I've always done pretty okay with online classes, and I'm pretty introverted, so I probably would have been fine not seeing like people all day. But yeah, I totally understand that like virtual classes is really challenging for a lot of people. And you know, talk about privilege. A lot of students all over the US don't have access to you know, computers at home or good internet. Like there's people in my state, like you drive 15 minutes out, you can't even get a YouTube video to load out there. So I really feel for just our community at this time. I really feel for it. I'm just going to go in with the Essence Clear Brow Gel. Yeah, Lash and Brow Gel Mascara. I'm just going to go in with this product. This is one of these products that I totally would have like carried in my school bag with me just to touch up throughout the day. Touch up not only my brows, but also my hairline. Just kind of place these bad boys back into place after, you know, gym or something, or like a after lunch freshen up. Just something like that. But that is what my brows are looking like and my complexion so far. So I'm going to pretty much leave my eyes as is. However, I am going to add a little bit of definition on my lash line. And for that, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. bite-sized eyeshadow palette in Pumpkin Pie. And I'm going to go in with this shade right here. I'm just taking it on a small pencil brush, and I'm just going to line my lash line with that color to deepen that area up a little bit. And my reasoning for doing this is that, you know, if you are attending the virtual classes, I'm assuming you are on Zoom calls or Zoom meetings and meeting with you know, students and maybe your teacher, and being able to have a little bit of extra definition on that lash line. You don't need to go in with like a black liner or a winged liner or anything like that. Just having a little bit of definition, and you can just use some eyeshadow on your lash line, will really accentuate your lashes and kind of deepen up that area to make it look like you have a more full lash line. For my mascara, I'm going to be going in with the Essence Volume Stylist Lash Extension Mascara. This mascara is awesome. I think it's only like $4. I was going to go either with this mascara or my Honest Beauty mascara. The Honest Beauty mascara is a little bit pricey for the drugstore, so I decided to do the Essence mascara. I think this is a great mascara. It really adds a lot of volume and length to your lashes. Eyes are super easy. I would hardly even call this an eye look, but you know, if you're getting ready for school in the morning, you're really not even leaving the house, I think just having like a makeup routine of some sorts is going to be helpful for your productivity and like morning wake up routine. All of it, in my opinion, sort of goes together. And I think that when you do those extra steps of like taking care of yourself and taking care of your appearance and just doing things that make you feel better, I think it would really help your productivity throughout your at-home school day. I'm next taking a little bit of the e.l.f. bronzer in Perpetually Tan. Perpetually Tan. I feel like that's a hard word to say. Perpetually Tan. Just loading that up on my Real Techniques Light Layer Powder Brush. And I am going to go in with a very light hand at first, just to deposit that color because I haven't set my skin yet. I don't want the bronzer to grab onto any, you know, creamy parts that are still maybe like a little bit wet. I want the bronzer to have like really even application. And I definitely think adding a little bit of color back into your skin will be really helpful for those virtual meetings and classes, because I definitely know like on Zoom and Skype or wherever you are doing your online courses, sometimes that webcam can wash you out, and just by adding a little bit of, you know, artificial color with our makeup products, it will definitely help. It will definitely help. And then I'm definitely going to hit my nose because of that concealer. It made my face really light, and just want to make sure that I add some color all over. I am going to go in with a cream blush. I'm using the Undone Beauty Lip to Cheek palette, and this is in Rosewood. I think this is a amazing cream blush. Undone Beauty is sold at Target if you needed to get it in person, but this cream blush is so good. This is probably my favorite cream blush if I want something that's going to double as a cream blush and a lip product, because this cream blush really does like show up so beautifully on my lips, which I find to be a little bit hard to find in a cream cheek product, something that's actually going to look, you know, my favorite on my lips and my cheeks, because there's always one part that I prefer a little bit better, but this guy looks so good on the lips and the cheeks. Totally optional, but I am going to go in with a highlight. I'm using the NYX High Glass Illuminating Powder. This is an interesting formula. It's a little bit more moussey than a powder. It's like a mousse, cream, powder hybrid sort of thing. And I am going to be applying it with my finger and really focusing it on the high points of my cheek. It really gives a pretty highlight to the skin, sort of like that wet look, and I'm really focusing it like right on that high point. And then just to make sure everything is nice and blended on my cheeks, I always like to go over top of the highlight with my blush brush, just to make sure the two can merge together nicely. For my lips, I'm going in with the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner, and then this is in the shade 04 All Natural. This is a great My Lips But Better lip liner from the drugstore. I think it's like their cheaper version too, because it's in the wooden pencil. It's a little bit more eco-friendly as well. I think lip lining is also really nice if you are going to be like on Zoom calls or anything throughout the day, because your lips will be a little bit more defined. And then for my lip, I am going to be going in with the Honest Beauty Tinted Lip Balm in Plum Drop. I cannot tell you how obsessed I've been with this tinted lip balm. I, first of all, love the color of it. It is like a berry shade, but it shows up so nice on my lips. I love the color that it gives off. And the formula of this tinted lip balm is truly so hydrating. So this is definitely something that I would have kept in my school bag or just keep on your desk while you are at home doing your online courses. It is such a nice, balmy lip balm. Balmy tinted lip balm to keep on you. I love it. And the lip liner and the balm pairing look so good together. I am going to be setting my skin with a little bit of powder. I am using the Undone Beauty Under Over powder, and I use the shade Light. I find the light shade to work fine for me. It's pretty much translucent, and I really, really like this powder. I don't usually do pressed powder, but for some reason this powder never ever looks cakey on me and never bunches up my makeup. But I am just pressing the powder into my skin just to have longevity and to make sure I don't get super oily throughout the day. And then lastly, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. This is a newer e.l.f. product. I picked this up pretty recently. The mist is really fine. That is the completed look though. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and this is something that you would wear whether you are going back to school in person or online. I do want to ask of you guys to please be careful if you are returning back to school in person. Please wear your mask all day, even if people give you a hard time and are, I don't know, picking on you or bullying you for wearing a mask. Please ignore them. They're dumb, like truly dumb. Do the right thing. You know what the right thing is. Wear your mask, wear it properly, wear it over your nose securely. And yeah, this will pass. There will be a point in time where we can look back on this year, you know, maybe even next year, and just think, wow, that was pretty crazy time, and you know, we will be past it eventually. But make sure you are taking care of yourselves and being mindful of others by wearing a mask for not only you and your family, but other people and their families. Okay, I'm back, and this is going to be a little weird, but I've always, ever since the pandemic started, I've always wanted to do a full face of makeup and then take a makeup wipe and just remove it all. So I'm going to be doing that today. Athena Club did send me some makeup wipes I don't use makeup wipes anymore, but since they had just sent me some of these, I'll use them. I do prefer reusable makeup cloths, but I'm going to remove like half of my face, like where my mask would be. And honestly, this is something that like I totally would do. I'm going to try and do this. I think I'm going to take the makeup off like here to here. Just anywhere where the mask is going to cover up. I really think that like if I was in school still, this is some shit that I would be on. Like this is something that I definitely would do. Because truly, wearing makeup underneath a mask sucks. Like, nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to be like, no, don't wear makeup underneath your mask, because we all love it. Like, we all love makeup, but seriously, it sucks so bad. This mask, by the way, was like gifted by Revlon. Oh god, she's a tight fit. Super cute. Oh my god, it's like hardly fitting. This is comfortable. This is way, way more comfortable. Oh my god, I'm gonna need a different mask. I don't have a big face either. Like I have a pretty normal sized head. I'm just gonna stretch it out. It matches my shirt pretty good though, so it's gonna make for a good little picture. Definitely like there's this whole section over here that like doesn't have makeup. I probably would maybe just make sure that like this part over here is seamless. But yeah, this totally is some shit that I would do. Like if I was actually going to be going to school and wearing a mask. Like this is something that I probably will end up doing for when I like really dive back into my job at Ulta. Anyway though, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know if there's any other videos you guys want to see from me in the future. If you aren't already subscribed, definitely go ahead and do so, and hopefully I see you next time.